So I'm laying here in my bed after quickly discharging from the mental hospital. I am currently mentally ill. I'm currently manic, but the reasoning for releasing me with that, I am just they made some tests. They talked to me. They talked to my psychiatrist, and they deemed me able to be home under supervision than to be in close what's the word? Close to wait, my line of thought is completely destroyed. First, I'm sorry, not sorry that my videos look like, they are made for, like, I mean, look at me, look how I look. I mean, well, overall, let's say I'm not disturbingly, ugly, but, I'm also not, Marlon Brando or, I don't know, I'd like to be Humphrey Bogart. Humphrey Bogart sounds like a good deal to be. I want to, like, get into a bar and there's, like, smoke, like, moving up, it's not, this is the problem with being a writer. Sometimes you just miss the words. You don't know exactly what to say, so you just come up with stupid shit, or you just say stupid shit, plain simple. And sometimes, it flies under the radar, but sometimes some schmuck catches it, and I guess that's their job, especially if they are critics of, music, video games, movies, TV shows, books, and so on and so forth. By the way, do you know Slavoj Žižek? Slavoj Žižek, he's a Slovenian philosopher. He's very, very funny. I think he's already in his 70s. He's sort of like a meme, like in the internet culture of our day. By the way, we stress check 16710. Actually, I thought about selling it, but no, why would I sell it? I love it so much. Now that I'm in this broch that I am in, broch in Hebrew or / Yiddish is like a very bad situation. Then I just I'm starting to appreciate things. I appreciate my father, my mother. I appreciate my nephew who came to visit me, and when I saw him, I broke down and cried, because I remember when he was like a 1-year-old baby. I was sitting at my work from which I was fired in my previous Mania episode, and they sent me a picture of him. He was 1 year old, and he was in a little tub, and he was naked, like butt naked, and he was playing with the water. And I don't know, I mean, if you think about it, not from this brain, then it's a very wholesome thing, just a cute little kid, toddler, sitting in a in the little bath. I don't know what it's called, this thing, like in Hebrew it's called gigit. I don't know what's the English equivalent, but it's like a little pool, and just sitting there and just enjoying it. It doesn't know what is hate. It doesn't know what is greed. It doesn't know about all the bad things in life and in this world. He's just enjoying the water, and he's happy to have his parents. He's happy to have his parents with him. And everything that he can everything that he has to offer to the world is love that is not based on anything other than love in itself. The magical thing that happens when a mother gives birth to a child, and they don't understand anything. They don't know what an SKX007 is. They don't know words. They don't know anything. They just know that there is one person who loves them and takes care of them, and that's their mother. And of course, they also have a father, and both these precious people take care of them. And this is familiar love for me, and it might be love in a grand sense, but anyway, I'm digressing because I started to talk about Slavoj Žižek. Yes, I know you thought that I am a little, how we say, Marcelo, how do we say in Yiddish? We call it Meshigane. Meshigane. Even if you don't know Yiddish, I think you can understand that it's a word that is a little funny, of course, because it's Yiddish. Almost every word in Yiddish is funny, but also it's a word that it's very warm, but at the same time it's very negative, because Meshigane is a nutcase. It's batshit insane. So some of you are watching this video probably now and thinking, this is batshit insane. It shouldn't be given a phone to, make videos and upload them. And I can understand why you would think that. I can fully understand. I mean, you looking at this video now, you are a normal person. Maybe you've had problems, here and there, like everybody has, because, even, I don't know, Elon Musk, even Rockefeller, even Henry Ford, everyone had, I think Henry Ford had lots of problems. And also Howard Hughes, the guy that DiCaprio played in that movie, Scorsese, which I don't really like, but I really feel like watching Goodfellas again, and Casino, and King of Comedy, which is so underrated. King of Comedy, you must watch King Comedy if you haven't watched it, and if you like, especially if you like Taxi Driver and Joker with what's his name? I fucking forgot. No, I didn't forget. It's just on the tip of my tongue. It's not Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix? Yeah, I think Joaquin Phoenix. So you have to watch King of Comedy. It begins so beautifully with a very, very good, nice Ray Charles song. I forgot how it goes, but it's so fitting to the scene. Anyway, I'm blabbing. So I was talking about Slavoj Žižek, and earlier I was talking about I'm not sure. So Slavoj Žižek, again, this guy is like, I can't make an impression of him, but it's something like no, I can't make his voice. But something like Hegel, the Hegelian thought process is very Western in a case, in a sense. Noam Chomsky is wrong. Foucault, he was also wrong. In the movie Them, with the wrestler Woody Piper from 1988, it tells something about our society. It's not just a movie. Okay, you understand. This is how Žižek, Slavoj Žižek speaks. I mean, more or less, of course, not. Sorry. This is how he writes. So just check him out. Like, just type Žižek in YouTube. Zizek. he has a very funny thesis that he presents about how he thinks German, I think, and French cultures are different. That you can tell their difference by the way they flush down their, experiment, like when they go to the, to the restroom and have to, get rid of the food that they ate. And yeah, we're at 10 minutes. Okay, we're making 2 more minutes and then it's done. What does it I want to tell you? Okay, of course, I want to thank you, everybody, so much. I've been getting so many messages, and yeah, I mean, last time I was in the, place, it was similar, but it always moves me in ways I cannot explain, I cannot fathom myself, I cannot understand it. When people, like, who you are watching the show right now, this is not Archie show, this video right now, and maybe you will leave a comment, and will leave a like, and I don't know, like, it means so much to me, and I think it means so much to everyone, because it shows that you are a human, you are a man, a woman, you are whatever you want to be, any gender, anything at all. It doesn't matter. But what matters is that you feel, you care, you want, you. So everyone, thank you so much. As we say in my language, תודה רבה לכם. אני מאוד מתרגש מהתמיכה העצומה שאתם נותנים לי, ובאמת תודה. דנקשן, וילן דנק, ספסיבה. And sorry, I forgot to switch back to English. I don't know what will happen with me. I mean, I love the Archiverse. I love many people in the Archiverse. As Bear said yesterday on Archie stream, I do see the Archiverse like one big family. But obviously it isn't that way, because watch any stream today and all, you have pretty much like 90% toxicity and drama and whatever, and 10% watch talk. Now, everybody sometimes is tired of watch talk, because watch talk is an art. It's an alchemy. It's something that you have to really know how to do it, because if you go like open David SW and start saying, oh, the Platona is now 2022, and the what else? Give me an example. No, Tanzil, give me an example. The overseas chrono is went down a little, so maybe you can do this and do that, and maybe you can take that. You can take that Skydweller and flip it for a profit. You see, it's important, right? No, actually not. What I just described is streams where I listen to these streams, I fall asleep. I like it because I like sleeping, but when I go to a watch stream, I want to listen to people talk about watches, to share their passion, their ideas, their ideals, their experiences. I want to hear why they bought the watch, how do they feel when they wear the watch, how did they feel when they removed the link from the second end of the bracelet. Everything. I think that talking watches is to I'm sorry, I'm a little out of focus here. Talking watches for me is watches. I mean, what is watches? What are watches? Okay, this is gonna be cringy, and I don't mean that in that way, but just go with me. It doesn't matter. You know me. If you're watching this, you know me. Okay, so most of the time I'm not like trying to make people uncomfortable or something like that. But I think that, in this specific case, we can talk openly. So for me, appreciating a watch can be sometimes maybe akin to making love. Now, again, I'm not gonna talk about sex here, but I'm just gonna say that when you make love, it's hard to explain what's happening, because love doesn't have words. It's acts. And it's what happens to you when you do it, when you feel it, when you sense it, when I mean, it's a difficult argument, I know, but think about it. Think about it. So say now, I'm sitting at home. I'm here at home right now. I'm in my parents' home, and I, I keep thinking about the SKX007. The king, the Koenig. SKX007 is like the quintessential watch beginner, watch. My SKX007 was I bought it in May 2013. Back then, I was a student for history in Tel Aviv University. I was studying specifically then I was talking about the Holocaust, and about the reparations paid by West Germany to Israel after the Holocaust, after the war. And I learned many other things, and I don't want to, you can ask me if you want, but I don't want to get into it. And one day I just, I was browsing, some sales sites in, some Israeli sales sites in Hebrew, of course, also overseas Hebrew. And suddenly I see this really cool ass looking watch. It has that Jubilee bracelet, black dial that reminds me of my father's Arnie from the 80s and 90s, from when I was growing up. Those tough, difficult, no shit taken, black dial watches with white round indices. And I saw it and I said, okay, it's like when, again, sorry, I was about love, because I like love, I love love. So, like I said, this is like you go to a party and whatever, everybody's dancing and your ears are ringing, and suddenly within the people dancing, you spot her, and she's magical. She's magical, and once you see her, you can't stop thinking about her. You just want her now. You just want to talk to her all night long. This is a song by who is it? Oh fuck, come on, I also got it was on Vice City. Anyway, we got 4 more minutes. 4 more. Just give me 4 more. 4 more. So you're in that party, and the music's playing, and I mean, I can think of 1,000 songs that you could play, and which would be perfect for that very specific magical moment where you have sort of love from first sight. I don't believe in that, by the way, because you need to know somebody in order to love them. You can't not fall in love with them before knowing them. That's called, as you know, infatuation. So what I had with the SKX009 was infatuation. It was infatuation. And infatuation is such a fun thing, I mean, who didn't have infatuation? Like, everybody. It's so it's such a basic human experience. It's like, if you haven't had infatuation, then I mean, what I mean, so you see that girl, and she's so beautiful. She she has nice long brunette. She's a brunette. She has like a septum. She looks at it like this is It's not necessarily your style, like, of person, but she just has that, je ne sais quoi, and suddenly everything becomes better in life. You have something to look forward to. You have something to you might have someone to love, somebody to love. Quoting Queen, I think I love Queen, but I have immense respect for Queen, but sometimes they annoy me. But I love Freddie Mercury and Brian May and all those guys. I forgot their names, the other ones. But they have a very good drummer, by the way. I think that in Bohemian Rhapsody, there's that part, like, I don't remember, guys, I need to listen to it, but where they so you think you can oh baby, can't do this to me, baby. This can do this. Okay, sorry. Again, I tend to digress sometimes, guys. You know me. So wait, let me. I'm a little fucked up here, as you probably understood by now. Okay. So that girl, yeah. So it's like Queen song, SKX007. By the way, if you want to get into electronic music, seek no more. I mean, there are many opinions in the world today, in the ganzen Welt. But if you ask me, just get this. Not this or this. Get this album. This album by a very nice person named Norman Cook, a very nice English guy from Brighton. The Beaches. I think Paul Thorpe lives there. He made this album, I think, in '98. His skill is beyond. He's like, he has the ability to know so much songs, and music and genres and everything, and he takes it and he's like he's like an alchemist. He mixes the music. And like, he's in a lab, in some castle, like in some, I don't know, Transylvania, with the Dracula and the Germans from the Keep, the Michael Manson movie from 1983. Great soundtrack by Tangerine Dream, by the way. Yes, I like dropping references. It makes me feel good because it shows that I do have some cultural knowledge, but it also shows that more important, it might make you, the viewer, go and check out the movie The Keep, 1983, directed by Michael Mann, with what's his name? That guy who was in the Vikings. What was in the Vikings? I forgot his name, but he's a really good actor. And who else? Ian McKellen, I think. Ian fucking McKellen plays there, I think. I might be wrong, and if I'm wrong, just write it in the comments. But I'm not going to Google now. See, it's all in my head. I'm not. Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna end this video now. As you can see, I'm very tired. This is because I'm going through some very difficult things in my life right now, and I'm not mentally healthy. But I still have a good sense of how do you say? Not sense. I can. Shit. That the moment when you By the way, Chicago Bulls. The team of my life. I mean, yes, it's not such a big deal because everybody loved them in the 90s. Is Ernest Jordan and the Wardman, Luke Longley, by the way, great Aussie, Tony Kukoc, what's his name? Scottie Pippen, 33, and the beef they had, Jordan and Pippen had, which was quite funny, I must say. Yeah, it was the best of times, you know. I mean, I was 10, around 10. So, listen, I gotta tell you this joke, and then I'll end this because I mean, this video is a mess. It's a mess, but I like it because what is life if not a mess? You know how they say, a man plans and God laughs. You know, so or how they say in you know in New York they say. Mensch tracht und Gott lacht. That's how they say in New York, you know. If you're a New Yorker, that's what you say. You don't say it in English. You say it in the holy Yiddish language. Anyway, so the Bulls were amazing. My father, one of the best men I ever knew, 96, was in a restaurant, Chicago, the Windy City, where Curly resides. Curly, I love you, man. And he's sitting there with his boss, you know. His boss is called Yossi. And Yossi is like, if you're American, then I could say the equivalent of him, like to Americans, someone who is, I don't know, lives like, someone who is like, he walks in the land, he lives in a little moshav. Moshav in Hebrew, it's like a little colony or farm. No, anyway, it's like, you know, people salt of the earth, Israelis, who really, how do I say, you know, they're just, you know, they like to work their, they do their work, you know, they drink orange juice or something, and, you know, go to sleep. Now this guy is a salt of the earth, okay? You know, you want him in a trench if you go to fight, you know, in the Ramat Golan Heights against the Syrians in 1973, Milchemet Israeli Kippur War. So, he's sitting there with my father, and they're eating some steak or something, I don't know. And it's 1996, I am 10. Archie is, what was chart? Archie was, 30, no, 20, wait, sorry, my math is not my, no, 24. Archie is 24. You know you want to visit to see Archie when he's 24, right? So Archie is 24, somewhere in Brisbane or other places in Australia. And by the way, here, look, I'm looking at me in the TV, my last video, because just some dear friend of mine from the Archieverse, obviously I won't say who, told me that the video looked pretty strange. So that kind of pushed me to make this video, because this video looks hella strange. So they're sitting there eating, and suddenly my father, who is facing the door to the restaurant, he sits and he sees somebody entering the store, the restaurant. There are a bunch of people, and they are followed by a person with the first moment he sees him. The first moment the eyeballs register the information and send it to a brain. He sees like a shining bald head, and he sees like shining earrings. Now, by now you probably know who we're talking about. You know, His Holiness. But you know, I mean, he tells the Yossi, he tells, I'll say it in Hebrew and then I'll translate so it will be more authentic. Bona Yossi, the Michael Jordan. And his boss says, he looks at him like this, and he says, huh? And my father says, the Michael Jordan. And Yossi says, like, מה אתה מדבר? מי זה שמייקל Jordan? What are you talking about? Who is Schmeichel Jordan? And my dad goes, יוסי, זה כאילו אלוהים עכשיו הולך פה. יוסי, it's like God himself is walking here right now. He's earnest. And Yossi says, Yossi looks at him, takes a bite from the steak, you know, takes a sip from the Coke, or Diet Coke, or Pepsi, or whatever, and he looks at him and he says, you hardly see me now. I want you to see me better. He says, לא מעניין אותי כדורסל. Sorry, translation from Hebrew to English. Look, man, I'm not really into basketball. And that's a joke. I hope you liked it. So anyway, that was it. We are 30 minutes inside the video. I think that's my longest video ever. I hope that it will upload accordingly. And I was this. Very nice to meet you. I can be found in Israel. You can find ways to contact me. I try to get back to everybody who's contacted me. But right now I'm having some problems again, as you said, for the 100th time. So sometimes I don't see it, or I don't hear it. But just know that it's never, because I, saw it in something and I didn't want to answer. Everybody. Okay, except maybe one person who likes smoking cigars and talking about Rolex prices and Mazal and things like that. Then I don't want him to say anything to me. But other than that, not so successful musician, everyone can contact me. I love people. I love. I just want to talk watches. By the way, this thing behind me, it's the very important person, David Ben-Gurion, born October 86, like 19th century, 1886. Deceased, which was the name? The 1st of December 1973, I think. Yeah, I think so. He was the first prime minister of Israel, and the minister of defense, and he was a real mensch. Okay, I love this guy. I love this guy. I love him. You know why? First, because I'm a Zionist. Second, because, well, he created Medinat Israel, the state of the Jews, the sovereign state of Israel. And third, this guy was amazing. Like, he was smart and he was brave. Like, he declared the establishment of Israel when many bad things could happen. Like, Stalin could do something, and thankfully he got Truman to give him the permission. Also because Chaim Weizmann, the first president of Israel, he went to Truman, to his office in the White House. He talked to him, charmed him, a little this, a little that, a little. Weizmann had how do the kids say? He has charisma, no, pizzazz, raz. So this guy is a real. By the way, some of my favorite bands: Motorhead, 1916, Earth, Wind and Fire. It's just gonna end. Fuck. Some of my favorite games. This game I bought in the 90s. It's called Fallout. By the way, I just got a message on Facebook by a guy, Fallout 2, by the way. He wants to ask Beastie Boys, Depeche Mode. I love this album. It's my favorite Depeche Mode album. And of course, Trans-Europe Express, which is my second favorite album, Kraftwerk album. They have a song named Europe Endless, and it's so beautiful, I can't describe. It just is a love letter to, the beauty, the elegance, Europe. Like when you go to Europe and you see green mountains, and people are quiet, and there's good food, and there's lakes and hotels. Yeah, this is Kraftwerk for me, and this reminds me of when I was a kid, when things were better, people were healthy, people were living, friends were still friends, lovers were still lovers, and you just go there and things were just, But I'm very nostalgic, so, That's just what I am. I'm nostalgic. I can't help it. I can't change it. In Portuguese, they have this thing called fuck. I forgot the name. Oh man, I forgot the fucking name. It's a very beautiful word that is also very difficult to describe. It's I won't check on Google. You will tell me in the comments. I know the word, but it's just, you know, the brain has the computer world, the Kraftwerk computer world in the brain has like a, you know,